Alright folks, this is Robbie Payne with a quick unboxing slash login with the all new HP Chromebook 14. Now this is the green model. It doesn't look that green, even on the screen on the Nexus 7 that I'm recording this with right now. There's a slight green hue to it, but it has a lot of blue. So I think it's ocean turquoise is what they're calling the color. And so you can kind of see on the side of the box here, they make the green look incredibly green, and so I didn't really want this. I wanted the white one. They just didn't have one in stock. Side note, I did get this. I picked this up today at Walmart for $3.49. This is the 4 gig of RAM. It has the Intel Celeron Haswell-based processor, 14-inch, 4 gigs of RAM, like I said, 16 gig hard drive. Also comes with the 2 years free 200 megabytes a month of T-Mobile 4G broadband, and conveniently in my area they just launched LTE, so that's going to work out quite nice, I believe. I am going to be getting my hands on the HP 11. I've got that coming in the mail as well, to be able to kind of compare the two and see which one works. But I know there's a lot of people who have been talking on Google Plus already about this device and about the fact that they were seeing it at Walmart already, and so I made some phone calls, checked Walmart.com, and lo and behold, there were quite a few stores that had them. Funny thing is, I figured the white would be the one always in stock, and online they don't show the green one, but at the stores they have the coral and the green, and nobody has the white around here in my area. And so I went with the green. Hopefully it's not as annoying as I thought it was going to be. I'm still probably going to try to trade it out for the white if I can. Within the 15 days, just because I really am kind of partial to the white one. I unboxed it earlier, and you can see the power cord is plugged in. It showed up dead, so that is an HP fail, but it happens. And so here's all the nitty-gritty box stuff. You got some setup instructions, keyboard cover, get connected to T-Mobile, all the stuff. And you see the SIM card's already inserted. Comes that way. And there's the plastic sheathing for the computer itself. So we're going to get all that stuff out of the way and just kind of focus in on this guy here. Now we'll go around the ports real quick. You've probably seen these, but just show them real quick. You can see the SIM card is already in place. You have one USB here, SD card slot, power jack. I believe this one's a 2.0, and the others on this side are 3.0, even though they don't show the blue coloring on the inside. So you see the combo headphone microphone jack, 2 USB 3.0s presumably, I believe, full-size HDMI slot, which is a big deal for some people because the HP 11 requires a slim port connector, and this one does not, so that's kind of neat. Kensington lock for you lockdown types on the bottom. You've kind of got this rubberized feel all over it, and I know it's plastic, but it definitely has a rubber texture to it. Really, really grippy, and it feels nice. We have kind of the vents here. It is a Haswell processor, so we are going to see a little bit of fan action. Hopefully, we'll find that those are quiet. We'll find out. A couple slots for your speakers. Flip it back over here, and I will say, my one thing with this one was I was worried. Chromebook has become for me a mobile companion. So when I do my work on the road, it's usually on a Chromebook, and it's been on the Samsung Chromebook. And what I've found is that ARM processor is a little bit weak. It's not terrible, but it's a little weak for what I need to do. So even though I've got that HP Chromebook 11 coming, when I found out it was literally the exact same processor as the Samsung Chromebook had, I went ahead and started looking elsewhere, and kind of looked in and thought about the Acer C720, which looks really promising as well. But as a workstation and not just a mobile companion, I think the 14-inch screen is going to serve me a little bit better. I do wish that this one could have that gorgeous IPS panel that the HP 11 looks like it's going to have, but it's not going to. So I kind of know what I'm getting into here. So should have a little bit of juice here. I'm going to try to open this guy up. Hold on. And so we see on the inside a very clean look. Again, you've probably seen this. And we're already booting up. Very clean look, and we're already ready to go. So I don't even have time to talk about anything. Get on the network here. And I'm obviously going to turn to the side here for just a second. Not that I think anybody's going to come over and try to get my Wi-Fi, but this is what all the reviewers do, so that's what I'm doing too. And I'm going to be honest with you, right now, just first blush, the screen looks real nice. I'm sitting a little bit away from it, which is, again, the benefit of having a 14-inch screen, more of a workstation kind of deal here. The screen looks nice. Click pad, the trackpad, I've clicked it a couple times here already. You probably haven't even heard it. It's nice and quiet. Again, a difference from the Samsung, which is very loud and kind of clacky. The keys have really nice travel, a nice slight bit of texture to them. Real nice, though. I'm guessing, though, with this itty-bitty bit of texture, we're probably going to have to see Magic Eraser or something on this eventually. It's probably going to get a bit grubby, I would think. And so, yes, I will help you get better Google Chrome. And it looks like we're going to probably have a system update. So we'll talk about a couple of the other hardware features real quick. Kind of get you a close-down view here. Unfortunately, we've got some of these stickers, and that's just the way things go. And so, see product reviews. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I'd want to read product reviews after I bought it. But anyway, maybe I guess this is for when it's on display. So you got Wi-Fi, you got 4G. I'll log on to that a little bit later. Really just want to give you guys a quick peek at how quick this thing sets up. And unfortunately, who knows what version of Chrome this guy's got on it. It looks like it's probably a couple versions old, so it's in the process of downloading. So I'm going to do a quick pause here. We'll come back and finish up the rest of the sign-in detail. Okay, so it looks like we're back up and running. It was a couple minutes. I had to download a pretty sizable update, so I'm not sure what version of Chrome this thing shipped with, but hopefully we're all good and up to date. So anyway, we're going to continue on with the awesomeness of Chrome. I'll sign in, and it'll just kind of be like my Samsung Chromebook here in just a minute. So I'm going to, again, turn off to the side here. Yeah, and I'll say again, I've had a few HP computers, and I've heard some people complain about different things, but I've never ever complained about their keyboards. And this one is no different. It feels really good. Trackpad's really smooth. Obviously it's plastic, but it's not grippy or weird. Nice and smooth. Feels good. I'm trying to think of anything else that I've seen, that I've missed online when I've seen little hands-on reviews real quick of these things. I will say the plastic here has that, it's supposed to be an aluminum look, and it does that, but it doesn't try to pull off a brushed look. You can, if it'll focus in there. It doesn't try to pull off any kind of brushed aluminum look, you know, none of that stuff going on. It's just a gray matte finish kind of plastic. Should hold up pretty well, but definitely you can tell it's plastic. But the machine overall feels substantial. There's not a lot of creaking or anything going on with it, which is nice. I picked the Google Plus profile pick. Click OK. And yep, up in here, done this. Hangouts are showing up, and it looks like we are signed in and ready. Now this is the screen at full tilt, full brightness, and I am in a room right now that is just surrounded by windows, so it's relatively bright in here. And so even in your brightest scenarios, yeah, the screen's probably going to hold up pretty well. You do notice it's a TN panel, so there's no getting around that. It looks good. It doesn't look blurry or uncrisp. I know the 1366 by 768 over 14 inches sometimes can make you wonder if this is going to look like junk or not. And you can even see some of the reflection already, which would probably go away if we open up Chrome. And you can still see a little reflection there, but definitely usable. Text looks good. It's rendered really well. I don't have any problem seeing anything. Nothing looks overly pixelated. So pretty happy there, actually. You're kind of getting my off-the-cuff reaction to this device. And you will see as we turn to the side, this TN panel specifically, it is catching quite a bit of glare, but it doesn't polarize much left to right, which is good. Because really, when you're sharing viewing angles with people, it's not so much up and down, it's left and right. You have people sitting on either side of you. Now, again, it is a TN panel, so you get back in here, and you start seeing some polarization. And same this way, you start seeing some polarization. But that's easily enough fixed by just adjusting this thing to the right height. And again, with a 14-inch screen, you feel like you have a workspace. And so, first blush, again, we're already signed in. We're going. Trackpad feels good, really responsive. Let's load up one of the toughest pages for Chromebooks to render. Google Plus. You hear everybody with an ARM processor running Google Plus. I'll let it fully load. Make sure. Most people say, "Man, I get on Google Plus and it runs terribly." So, what I'm going to do, I haven't even tried this yet. 2-finger scrolling on Google Plus. And it hasn't switched my scrolling. Dang it. Doesn't seem to have any problem with this. If you have a Samsung Chromebook, you'll notice when you go to scroll Google Plus, it's just kind of a small nightmare, to be honest. We're going to check real quick and see. Yeah, it didn't. Usually it pulls over touchpad settings, so that's strange. Definitely want to go. I don't know why they call this Australian scrolling. I guess because it's the other side. Flip things around. So now we'll go back to Google Plus, and there we go. And yeah, I mean, now that I turned the mouse responsiveness up, really no issues here. Seen a couple itty bitty stutters, but even my last year's Core i5 with 8 gigs of RAM. Sometimes can hiccup through Google Plus. It's something I wish Google would clean up a little bit. Let's go to one other heavy site, The Verge. Really content heavy site for sure. Just to make sure we got those settings, I'm going to open this in another tab or another Chrome browser. Loads up nice and quick, man. Now, granted, take it with a grain of salt. I don't have the fastest internet connection in the world, but I do have about a 20 meg, between 20 and 30, I'm sorry. Probably right now, it's kind of early in the morning. I'm probably getting close to 30 down. But pretty much this thing, as fast as the internet can serve it up, it's handling it. And yeah, nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. And I need to check something too. I've got a couple extensions that are great on my desktop on a Windows machine and really choke things down sometimes. Logitech Smooth Scrolling, that one. Really can kind of mess with things a little bit. Works great with my Logitech mouse on a Windows machine, but Chromebooks sometimes I've noticed it giving it issues. So let's do this one more time. Scrolling was already nice and smooth, but I just want to, yeah, it didn't seem to affect anything. And this is as heavy as they get. I mean, if you don't go to The Verge, great site, by the way. Great coverage. Big shout out to them. They're awesome. Or Engadget. But Engadget has really cleaned their look up. But The Verge has a kind of unique feel to it. And this is a lot, folks. I mean, this is just a lot of stuff running. This is 90 Seconds on The Verge, kind of their daily wrap-up show that they do. So I'm going to run this video real quick, see how the speakers do. So here's speakers at full blast. Not going to blow you away. Of course,
download your favorite games, movies, and TV shows from the Sony Entertainment Network online store.
It's Friday, October 11th, 2013. I'm Nathan Sykert, and whoever said sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me, clearly hasn't read Hamburger Butt 64's comments about me. This is 90 Seconds on The Verge. Google is preparing to sell products using you as the spokesperson. Starting November 11th, Google will begin categorizing its users as follows in comments as, quote, shared endorsements for products or services.
I'm really impressed, really happy with this panel.
These endorsements mean Google can pull a user's file name and
pull
picture
back and let that video kind of roll and
credibility.
see.
So get
Doesn't
ready to
affect
see my
scrolling
face
at
on
all.
ads
So this
for
Haskell
Triscuits and
processor is
Adele.
really
This year's
kicking it.
Nobel Peace Prize winner has
Doing
been
really
announced.
well.
The Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons.
Just get this closed up. And I want to see one other thing. We probably don't have too much juice right now. Or maybe it just needs to be woken up with a charge. I don't know, because it's showing I've got 73% battery left, so I'm not sure what that whole deal was with it not wanting to turn on. So right now Google is showing, and this is probably, I had high def video running and was full brightness a second ago, so it's rendering it on that. Still showing 5.5 hours left on 73% of battery, so rough math. You're still looking at full screen brightness, running video, browsing the web, at least 7 hours of constant use. That's impressive. That's really impressive. So that's all for now. I'm going to post this on my Google Plus page and throw the video out to a few of the Chrome specific pages, ChromeOS specific pages, OMG Chrome for one, and see if anybody wants to pick it up and throw it on their site. If not, it'll be on YouTube, it'll be on Google Plus, and hopefully it'll maybe ease your fears about checking this guy out, and maybe even ease your fears about the green one, because it's not that bad. I will be back probably in a few days after I get a good workflow with this guy out and about, get the 4G set up, all that kind of stuff. Kind of really give some in-depth feedback on it. And by that time, I'll also have the HP 11 for a little bit. I'm already pretty set that I'm going to be sending it back to Google. Not because I think it's a bad machine by any means, but I need something with a little bit more processing power on a day-to-day basis. And the screen on this is more than passable. Really is more than passable. And so first blush, really, really happy with this machine. I'll obviously have a lot more to say about it later on. Thanks for watching.